I'm aware of the way I look, of what I have. There's an assumption that I grew up with two parents in an upper middle class neighborhood and that I'm well educated. A lot of people, I think, would be shocked to know my story. I was the fifth child out of six, and my mother and father divorced when I was 6 months old. She essentially went on the run. She was taking her kids and she was hiding from my dad. She took us, the 5 children, all across the country, from the East Coast to the West Coast, north and south, hitchhiking through states. It was all about her. It was where she wanted to go and what she wanted to do and rebel against in society. There was a lot of hardship. We were, on the street. We've lived in ghettos, and we've lived on the streets, and we've lived in shelters, and we've eaten from dumpsters, and we've lived in so many places. We lived in this huge school bus. It was freezing. It was warmer outside the bus than it was in. We would get food out of the back of the dumpster behind the store. We could cook stew out of stuff we found in the dumpster, but we couldn't read or write, period. We didn't go to school. We didn't have anything but the world that my mom provided for us. We were shut off from all society. Realizing that I lacked basic skills. You're constantly validating the beliefs you have in yourself. I'm a street person and I'm not worthy to have a home. I'm not worthy to have food. You get to a point where you just tune out the rest of the world and you're there for survival. We began living at this lake, camping out, living on the land. And on around the lake, we noticed a small white school bus. And it turns out that a family lived there. They were totally accepting and loving and kind and giving. That was a life-changing moment because that was the first time I became cognizant of there are people that are different than us, in a good way. The way they saw the world, the stability of having Shabbat every week. This was very profound when you don't know where your next meal is coming from. These Jewish people changed my life. I connected. I would every day go to their bus. I convinced my mom to let me go live with them. They started teaching me how to read and how to write. Had a snowball effect after that. So, these are very tiny things, but things that make a huge difference. The profound difference that one person in one moment it can have on a person, it gave me an opportunity to turn my life into something other than living as a homeless person. When I walked into JFS, I had no idea that you guys have so many different avenues to help people. You guys seem to help in so many ways. The person you give a food box to may go home and that may change their life. Making those moments a real difference in individual lives.